Going to Drummond Island in Michigan to ride razors for the weekend. Let's get it. So Drummond Island in Michigan is well known for its rocky terrain, big mud holes, and some amazing views. I've never been on my side-by-side, so I am so hyped to see what it's all about. We're heading up there to stay in a cabin with 2 other couples that we're going to be with, so we'll have 3 side-by-sides total in our group, and overall we're all just so hyped. So Drummond Island is in Michigan. It's like an island, obviously, that you have to take a ferry to get over there, and the ferries leave at the 40. We're trying to make it on the ferry that leaves at 6:40. Our estimated arrival time before we stopped at Arby's, which is where the boys are, was literally the 36. There's no way we're gonna make it there by the 40. Stay tuned. No shot. Oh, god dang, look at all our goodies. Jolie's first time on the Mackinac Bridge.
You're gonna keep her steady at 80?
Yeah. What are the odds? Do you think we're gonna make it on there?
We got 4 minutes. Yeah, we got 4 minutes.
What if it leaves early? Made it on the ferry. Literally so wild. No one else is getting out of their car, but I had to come see the sights.
The potato chip?
Oh my god, Robert, if we keep eating it, then it's not gonna leave.
We like
That's
it.
kind of cool.
They just hated you, Robert.
Yeah, but it's friendly. It's like a pet, not a real pet. Nobody likes salty ones. Gobbling those suckers right up, dude. Wow, you're a little wet. I got your nose on it.
Feed it out of
can
your mouth.
catch?
Feed it out of your mouth.
No,
Dog.
I'm not feeding out of my mouth, dude.
Heidi would do it. The fact that this
This
is
is kinda
happening right now is really crazy.
Someone's gotta send me a video of this.
I got a bunch.
Camera.
Bye. Oh, thanks.
Lick the camera.
See you later. Where you going? You're full? Come here.
Don't yell at that dog.
Come here, little guy.
He doesn't like the GoPro. What? Wait, you full? Or you're not?
Okay, okay.
Oh,
Don't give him all my pretzels.
okay.
We'll give you some graham crackers another day, okay?
No,
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have a good night. See you later.
He looks pretty scrawny though. For being a dude that obviously has to be like, somewhat friendly to people because he's walking with us like no problem.
No, you know why the deer wasn't scared of you in the road?
Yeah.
I'm sure, like, the whole population.
He's so mad that you're eating without him.
Is there mine?
He's so mad.
No.
He just starts attacking people.
Imagine.
I dropped that motherfucker.
Next morning, we got up and got ready, cooking breakfast, hanging out, and getting our plan ready for the day. Like I said, this is our first time, so kind of just coordinating with everyone and making sure everyone knows where we're headed, what our game plan is. Here we are rolling out. Parking situation at the Airbnb, not 10 out of 10, but that's okay. We made it work. freaking so nice.
Beautiful.
You wish you had this?
Kinda. Beautiful.
Nah, we'll raise your life. Pre-razor ride fit check. Robert, take it away.
Eddie Bauer, Sitka, cowboy boots, American flag.
Nice.
That's about it.
Jack, what do you got?
Car hat, Amazon rain jacket here, windbreaker, Amazon shorts. Thorough goods.
There we go. Jolie,
North Face, Athleta, Tractor Supply.
we love that. There's a Ventures hat, climb jacket, 850 sweatshirt, these Sierra Trading Post pants, and these boots from Tractor Supply. I think they're airy yet. Let's get it. Before long, we were off and hitting the trails. Now, let me tell you, it did rain a ton before we got there. We heard from the locals that, like, if you would have came the weekend before, it would have been so extremely dusty. The weekend we were there, it was literally so muddy. Like, there was just mud puddle after mud puddle after mud puddle, and some of these things were big. I have heard a lot of horror stories with the mud puddles in Drummond Island, so starting out, I was definitely a little hesitant and a little nervous going through some of these, but then, you know, towards the end, once we went through a couple of big ones, you'll see that my fear was done and we were just full sending it through every single mud puddle. But I definitely prefer the mud over the dust, so I'm really glad we got that experience. It was just so much nicer. Our floorboards.
Oh, that's tough.
Robert, put the razor in park. What are you doing? Oh. Well, if you can't tell, I might be a touch dramatic, but regardless, we had such a fun time going through all these big mud puddles and kind of just like seeing what they're all about and if we're gonna sink in the middle or if we're just gonna have a nice rocky bottom the whole way across. You never really know. So everyone ended up making it through this big mud puddle, and it was honestly just pretty fun. And we did wish we had mud boots. So definitely do not wear cowboy boots or work boots. Definitely wear mud boots if you're coming to Drummond Island. And we were off to our next destination. This beautiful beach is Glen Cove, and it was honestly so peaceful and so beautiful. And there was no one else there. I mean, we were there pretty early, but it was just such a nice time. And then we got to just ride right next to the lakeshore on the trail all the way to our next destination. We are slowly working our way towards Marblehead. Now you can see the trails between these destinations are pretty much like regular side-by-side trails you'd see anywhere. A little bit of rock climbing mixed in there, the big general spinning the tires, but just had to throw her in reverse for a quick second and hit her again and made it up the second time. No big deal at all. Now, I never really did any rock climbing, but watching watching these built Jeeps climb these rocks at Marblehead was so fun. I think it's just cool to honestly watch other people, especially meet and talk to other people you see while you're out riding, and everyone we met on Drummond Island was so friendly. Oh, this is Robert and my razor. I didn't really know a lot about rock climbing, so thinking about how technical it is and how you actually have to plan your route and make sure you're not hitting this rock or trying to go up this rock is kind of cool. I never really thought about it like that. But we did end up bending both of our front arms by the end of this trip, so do with that what you will. Marblehead is a definite stop on your side-by-side adventure to Drummond Island. Next, we were on to Shale Beach, which was also a very cool spot I would definitely recommend if you're coming to this area. There was tons of people here. It was a blast. We were just hanging out. Weather was so good. It'd be nice to swim here, and we skipped tons of rocks. Robert built this weird thing. I'm not really sure. Great place for lunch as well, just kind of hanging out. You're stuck. Oh, that mud is thick. We need the winch. The belt, it's fine.
You want to get a picture on
Bro, we're about to tip over in this mud puddle. Robert, I swear to God.
Dude, no.
Do we just hit it?
No, we don't.
No, Robert.
Alright, well, we're just going for it at this point, I guess.
What if I get up on the right?
Oh, no.
Just finesse it.
No way you're getting up on the right. You're dying.
Well, boys and girls,
After we had a blast splashing through all those mud puddles, we headed back to our Airbnb, loaded up our trailers, and made it back. And we hung out for the evening, had food, kind of hung out by the bonfire, played some games, just kind of chilled. Next morning, we were ready to go for day 2. As you can definitely see, again, the parking situation a little tough. We didn't have no more sightings of the deer, but we were loaded up and we were ready to go. Stopped at the gas station, got some gas, and we were off. Now, because the main road on Drummond Island, you cannot ride a side-by-side down, our Airbnb was on the wrong side of that compared to where the trails are on the island. We had to park at the Trailhead Bar and Grill every single day and then ride from there, which really wasn't a huge deal, but I think just overall for convenience, if you were booking, I would try and book and make sure your Airbnb is on the side that you can just ride right from. Also, just driving your trailer all around is a little rough, but day 2, we were off to a great start, another muddy trail, kind of exploring the other side of the trail system today, and it was just as fun and just as muddy, probably, A little more rocky, I'd say, than the other side. But we were headed to Fossil Ledge. And we stumbled upon our first little downhill boulder garden area, and everyone was checking it out, planning the best route to get down there.
We'll go this way. That way.
Yeah, that's what that's the same thing I was worried about.
One thing to note, because these trails are sometimes a little narrower, there's a lot of big mud holes, you're kind of taking your time going over the rocks, going through the puddles. It does take a little longer to get everywhere than if you're used to riding in the northern, like lower in the big sandy trails, or even probably in some parts of the Upper Peninsula. So we thought like, oh, we'd see a map on the trail and be like, oh, this would take, not that long, like maybe an hour to get from here to there, when it actually took like marginally longer than that. So that's just something I would keep in mind if you're visiting Drummond Island and kind of planning where you're going to ride for each day or how many days you're going to be there. The scenery was so beautiful. We found ourselves in another private little cove that was so cute. I don't know the name of this one, but there was a boat there. We didn't go in it. Robert wanted to drive the Razor into the lake, and honestly it needed a bath, but I don't think that was gonna be a good idea. Then we made it to Fossil Ledge. This is so cool. You definitely have to go here. It's kind of like out of the way, I guess I would say, from where the rest of the trails are. But these ledges are just into the side of the island, and there's little tiny fossils. And it is so crazy, like just how many fossils there are. And I think this was the moment we might have gotten into a little trouble.
Whoa! That is slow. Robert. Bro.
With some of these puddles, you can just tell the angle at which you're declining at is way too steep for what the Razor is built for. Like this, you just go in and you're just nose diving into these mud puddles. Not a good call. Now with this puddle, you should have seen the initial red flag is that we're start pushing mud around, and when you start pushing the mud with your tire like that, you ain't going nowhere because that mud is thick. And yeah, we were worried.
We're fucking swimming right now.
Back up, Max.
We're filling right up with water. Shake it! Okay, we're really sinking now, boy. Seat's under the water.
Dude! Jack, how the hell did you get all the way back there?
Jack got in, got her hooked up, and our buddy Max pulled us out with his winch. We do not have a winch on our Razor. I would not have gone in this puddle if we did not have one and no one had one. So luckily, and the stock winch on the General pulled us right out. It's not the first time, and it definitely won't be the last time, but that winch works great. Thank you, Max and Heidi, for always saving us. And the boys are just living their best life right now and getting pulled out of the mud puddle.
Are gonna be clean too.
Those boots are trash.
Nah, they're alright.
Nothing with a hose can't fix.
On our way back through this spot, we saw some people in a similar situation, though they did make it marginally farther than us. We ended up going to Pins for dinner that night. Super good food, very nice, like, new, clean atmosphere, having a bonfire and drying our boots out, and then we were back on the ferry the following morning back home. Overall, if you're into off-roading, I would definitely recommend Drummond Island in Michigan as a place that you should check out. Thanks for watching. Follow along for more.